Hey everybody, hi Ghosts. I finally decided to work on this video to show you a final guide on Dirtable mods. So what I'm about to show you is a time-consuming work, dedication, persistence, and also this is not 100%, but it's not about vertex paint only. It's not about doing it in 5 minutes. It is much more deep and it takes quite a lot of time, especially if you're a beginner. But with time you will get faster. So I want to share to you what I learned by myself and how I make all of my installed mods dirtable without any issues. There is already one tutorial that covers the first part of my video. I mean the first part, not the introduction, but the vertex paint part, which is the how to actually make mods take the dirt, okay? But that's not in depth because 95% of the time that won't work for all of the mods, okay? Because you will face issues if you're only doing it with vertex paint. Yes, the modded equipment will take the dirt and environment effects, but the thing is you will face other bugs, okay? Yeah, now we can take a look on which issues I mean. Since this is introduction, I want to show you what we're dealing with. So for example, one mod, you see some mod and its author says how it's dirtable. Well, that's true, you know, it takes the dirt, it takes the environment effects, but it's probably not 100% ready. As you can see in this example, when you hit those snowy ops, you know, you're playing the game, you hit those snowy ops and snow suddenly starts to fall, it's cold, right, for your operator. And if dirt is not done correctly, your equipment will look like this. And this is not good, right? It should look like a vanilla slow snow accumulation textures, not insta full white equipment. So while some modders make their mods dirt compatible, 90% of the time they're not 100% ready, especially if there is a west loadout separated. There is just too much items on that west, and every single item needs to have a fixed mask 1 map, which is a very time consuming, and I assume that's why many modders decided to not make mods dirtable fully. Well, let's say one of the reasons that can be, other than simply hating the mud, dirt and snow because of the texture, right? Which I also understand. Sometimes I also hate to see some mud on my equipment, but on the other hand, I also hate when enemies close to me and you can see a black outfit in a sand in prone camo, and you know, and he doesn't see me, so that's also a bit silly. But then yeah, we don't need more silly things in this game. And this game already have a bunch of silly things anyway, so yeah. But that's why we keep people who discover things and put up a tutorial, for example. So yeah, if you want dirt, do it by yourself. Modders spend quite a lot of time to actually make the mod. Imagine painting the snow accumulation effect after that. So yeah, it's just insane. I just wanted to say to you why this happens, because there's so many people asking for this and many people DM me about this subject, because I talked in Discord server about this. I think I made a big post and I didn't get a clear explanation really why this happens and the other bugs, you know, and some people were confused on why no one talks about pro camo dot effects in depth. So yeah, as you can see on the second picture, I fixed this part, but this is what was remaining for me to do. And yeah, this is when I fixed the entire west, okay? You can see this, I also fixed this later on, because these are all old photos. This is what I was doing like a year ago. I wanted to put up a tutorial a year ago, but I was burned out of doing and fixing many mods for me, you know, and I was running and fixing and I got burned out and I just had to make a break from the Recon Breakpoint. Make a break from a breakpoint. But yeah, you see, so now I'm actually, you always return to Recon Breakpoint, so now I want to make, to install some new mods and make them dirtable, so I was like, yeah, it's now or never, so yeah, I'm gonna make the tutorial now. So basically in this video I will guide you through the entire process on how to make it 100% ready without any issues. So we will deal with mask 1 maps, normal maps, detail maps, XML files. We will use HXD, XX editor for IDs, and any photo editor program like Photoshop, GIMP, Paint.net. Yeah. That's basically the introduction. Let me show you just a more example what we're gonna deal with later on in the video. Is, for example, you see, this is why the vertex paint only is not enough, because you will face bugs like this, so textures turns black, you know. So I will also tackle this in the tutorial. I will cover this, why this happens and how you can eliminate this and make actually the texture like this. You see, I had to slap retextured med pouch from Choose Your Loadout, which is actually this works only with Choose Your Loadout. But actually, so this med pouch is from the Rainbow Six, I think, character. So I had to steal that. You know, the object and connect it to Acosta Bison Belt because I didn't know back then how to fix this black issue, you know. So I just used this med pouch from the Rainbow Six character from the Recon Breakpoint game, you know, icon character, and I could slap it, you know, and it was already dirtable because it's a vanilla item. You can see the snow here, snow accumulation realistically. So yeah. So basically that's it. And let me show you just how I made the perfect dirtable mods. You see, I made this by myself, like perfect snow accumulation in the snowy weather. So yeah, you can see here how I did it. So you can do this by yourself, and I will show you in the video exactly how. So you see, it takes the snow, everything is fine. So yeah, this is the introduction video, and we can move to the second timestamp, which is the tools you need to perform this tutorial. Okay, welcome to the second part of the video, well, let's say second timestamp of this video, where we will cover tools that you need to perform this tutorial. So yeah, so the tools you'll need. One annual toolkit, obviously to repack, unpack and repack the files and manage the files in Dirtable, you know, to make the mods Dirtable. Obviously, it's the main tool for managing modded files. Second, we will need the HXD, which is the hex editor. Third thing we're going to need is Photoshop GIMP Paint.net, which is going to be our main DDS editor for maps, you know, photo editor app. You're completely fine with GIMP and Paint.net. I think GIMP already have the DDS support, you know, since the version 2.0, I think. So yeah, Paint.net, I also think it have. Photoshop, it doesn't have. So if you're using Photoshop, we need Intel Texture plugin for DDS, which I will also cover in this tutorial, and I will leave all the links in the description. So yeah, and now miscellaneous, what we need is the cells. What I mean by cells is basically we need brain cells, yeah, because obviously we need plenty of focus and some background in modeling and software, like photo editing software is also a plus and definitely helpful because you're going to be much faster, you know. So yeah, and for English language, obviously to understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, so those things. Now let's actually start. Where do you get these tools from and how to install it? So yeah, let's go to the third timestamp. Okay, so now we're covering the annual toolkit, Blender, and other stuff. So you're getting the annual toolkit from here. You're obviously going to install the latest version. For example, I was using and I'm still using the latest the old annual toolkit, which is 1.2.10, because it just works for me. And yeah, that doesn't mean that you need to use the same version, you know. Obviously always go for the latest version of the annual toolkit. So yeah, just get version 1.3.4. So yeah, this is from where do you get the annual toolkit. And now let's go to Blender. This is where you're going to get the Blender 4.0. This is the Blender you need, right? This is the Blender that I'm working, and I think this is the only Blender version that works with the plugin, I think. So yeah, basically, yeah, you have it for Mac OS, Linux. If you're on Windows, yeah, if you're on Windows, just download the zip file. And yeah, okay, now we will need this from Canvasic, which is Annual Toolkit Blender 1.0 import export pasted, which will allow us to import the mesh files into the Blender, and we can work with that in the Blender and then export it back for the Annual Toolkit. So yeah, and now HXD, which is the hex editor, right? Download. This is from where you download the hex editor. So yeah, once you download that, so yeah, you will have it like this. This is the import-export thingy. This is the Blender 4.0 for Windows and actually hex editor setup. So yeah, I won't go in depth. I will just show you fast how to install it because it's very easy. So I don't need to waste much words on that. I will need energy later on because we have so much to cover. I truly hope this video will take less than an hour because we will go through many things. So yeah, basically, it's just a basic installation. Next, so yeah, next, basically install it now. Blender 4.0, just extract here, right? So yeah, right click, extract here, you will get this folder. You can do this anywhere on your hard drive, by the way, so yeah, it doesn't matter. So once you install it, so yeah, you will have your Blender. You can pin to taskbar if you want, so yeah, so it's easier for you. So yeah, and then once you download the Anvil Toolkit import preset, basically you just extract and then you go to Anvil Toolkit presets operator export scene, and then you go here and then you go 4.0, you go to scripts, presets, operator, and then you put it right here, right? So yeah, this is where you paste this file so you can it works correctly, So once you place this file, you can just test start the Blender and go to file, import, and you should see this, right? And this is how you're going to manage the files. So yeah, okay. So once that's done, you basically have everything, right? Oh, actually, I forgot. Yeah, Intel DDS plugin. So since I already said how the GIMP already have the DDS support, right, and Paint.net. So basically, Photoshop doesn't have. So if you're gonna use Photoshop for this tutorial, so basically you will download in the description, and then you're going to have Intel TextureWorks this folder. Enter this folder. You're going to need plugins. X64, copy this, and you're going to go here, Adobe Photoshop, the version you have, plugins, and then just put it right here, okay? So yeah, once you go into the Photoshop, let's see, open recent, let's see, okay, load, okay. You should see, so for example, if I want to save as copy, you can already see how much I was working on these edits. So yeah, so we go and select, you should see here Intel's DDS work, and when you press save, and yeah, this is how you get it, okay? So yeah, we will get into this editing later on. This is just installation of the files. So yeah, now you're ready. Now we can actually start unpacking the things. Actually, let me first show you the Anvil Toolkit. Once you unpack the Anvil Toolkit, all right, just enter the Anvil Toolkit. You will see here Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now you obviously leave this. You just need to edit the path to executable. Where your game is. So Ghost Recon Breakpoint.exe. Okay, and leave this. This is press OK, and yeah, basically just. You can see my settings. I don't use compression. Okay, these are my settings. Textures, best quality, mesh viewer. So yeah, you can pause the video if this was too fast. So yeah, so basically double click on here, beautiful UI icon. And yeah, this is your main game folder, okay? So yeah, now you're full on set. Now we can actually start working on making the mods dirtable, okay? So yeah, let's go to our next timestamp. Actually, before we go into our next timestamp, I forgot So the only thing you need to add from the Intel Texture Works, which I forgot, is the Photoshop scripts. So basically you copy this and then you go to Adobe Photoshop, the version you have, go here and then go to presets and enter scripts, and this is where you paste the files. Okay, since I already have it, I won't do it, but yeah, this is where you paste those files, and now you're done with installing the Intel TextureWorks plugin for DDS files. Okay, so yeah, after that, now we can move on to next timestamp. Okay, so we're here now. We're actually going to make the mods dirtable, and we're going to deal with all of the issues that we encounter. Okay, so we start from here. But basically, which mod I'm going to make the dirtable now is the West mod that I wanted to make dirtable since 1 year ago, but I was so burnt out because I was doing so many mods dirtable, you know, and the process at the beginning was time consuming, really. I got faster later on, obviously, with practice, but it was, I mean, I do stuff pretty fast on my PC, so that kind of helped me, you know, because I'm skilled on my PC, so to say. So that helped me to get faster, you know, like in small period of time. So yeah, but basically I'm going to make the West first spear strand home, you know, that I found on Nexus a year ago, I think. So yeah, pretty cool mod. I like it. So we're going to make that. Actually, I think I made the dirtable version. Yeah, dirtable hills version, because you can actually make this isn't, yeah, optional file to replace Pioneer West instead of Hills West. Okay, so I actually made the dirtable Hills West, but what happened is that when you go into the full snow, right? Obviously it takes the dirt, as you can see here, right? But obviously when the storm starts to fall, it becomes a full white. So yeah. So we're going to deal with that as well. So yeah, basically, you know, I don't know. I like to see the snow on my equipment. So this is why I started doing this. You know, as you can see on this example, the snow starts to fall, you know, and after the time you can see the snow on their equipment, and even more later on, you know, as they go further and further into the forest. So I like that. I will always make my mods dirtable. Doesn't matter if I waste my time. Someone can say it's waste of your time, you know. I just like to do that, and yeah, I will do that. So yeah. So how do we make this mod dirtable? Obviously going to download this mod first, or this is going to be as an example. So basically, you know, you follow the same route, so to say. So we're going to enter the animal toolkit, select the Ghost Recon Breakpoint here. Okay, so first you're going to extract. Obviously, if you're new to the modding, I mean, you obviously probably done this already, but you're going to unpack this, and then you're going to unpack these two files, okay? And then you're going to have the extracted folder. You're going to enter the extracted folder, data PC, and then you're going to unpack this file and this file, teammate, okay? Teammate template, what is that? Okay, this one, unpack. And then you're going to have this one for later on and this one, you see? So yeah, and resources, yeah. So yeah, don't get shocked if you see how many folders I have. This is my personal edits, and yeah, I just dealt with many stuff. So yeah. So basically, okay, this is the main folder, okay, extracted, and this is, yeah, and now we follow the instructions. So basically, you're gonna open this, okay, so this goes, you see, data PC resources patch, you're gonna drag this to here, okay, and then we're gonna install this file into the teammate folder, okay, here. So yeah, now once we do that, actually you already have probably mods already installed. So let's say you have some mod already installed, okay, so you're gonna go to here and then we are going to find the mod here, okay? No, first spear, I forgot the name. Right, okay, yeah. So basically, this is so this mod only have 2 files, okay? Some mod will have bunch of loadouts because it will use scars to switch the loadouts, you know, and you will have bunch of files. So basically, how you're going to determine which one to focus on is probably the load, you see the size. So once we unpack this, right? Now you see how many maps, how many files we have. So when we open the mesh here, right click and open it, we go to scene meshes and click, and then we can see, okay, yeah, this is the west, okay. So we can exit this, and then you can also check what this other file has. So okay, you can see what's this, okay, and then check the mesh. Okay, now you see what's this, okay? So probably we're going to need to apply the dirt effects on both of these files, okay? I think we will see. Okay, so but so far I think that was the case. Okay, so now basically since you already set up the blender and everything, now we're going to fire up the blender. You can select all of this and you can just press delete on your keyboard. You don't need this stuff. Okay, so now you're gonna find your mod, okay, extract these files, and once you extract those files, then go to extracted folder, okay. Since the name of the mod is first spear, we type here first spear, okay. We go to the first folder. Then we're gonna right click on this file .mesh. Right click, open the mesh viewer. We're going to hit scene meshes. Click here, okay. Use the middle mouse click and hold it and bring this down so we can see the loadout, okay. Now we're gonna right click here, export, okay. We're gonna hit save. Since I already did this, hit yes, okay. And now minimize this. Now we have to import our file into the blender, so we apply the vertex paint to make that part of the West Dirtable. So we're gonna hit file, import, select this, okay. Now if you already have some of the photos that you edited, they will appear here, so you can click on them and go one step back, and you see, and then you will find your mod here. But if you don't have, you just navigate to, you see Ghost Recon Breakpoint extracted, data PC resources patch 01 forge extracted, okay, and then you will have extracted folders of all of your mods here, okay. And since the name of our mod is first spear, we type first spear, and then we click here, okay. Now we find the GLB file that we exported from the animal toolkit, okay. Now we double click on that, and now use the mouse wheel to zoom and use the middle click to rotate, and use this hand to, you know, align the object, okay. So click here, now zoom with the mouse wheel, and then now click here and then click again. Now let's make this part of the West Dirtable. So we click here, go to vertex paint, okay. Now click here, color, make it black, select the call, okay, go to paint, set vertex colors, okay. Now you're going to find the color 1 or 2, okay, this is the color 1. Go to paint, set vertex colors. Now you're going to ignore color 3, okay. We go to color 2, okay, this is color 4, ignore it, and this is 2, okay. Paint, set vertex colors. Okay, now let's double check. Call has the black paint. Color 1, okay, color 3 and color 4 doesn't have, which is good. This is what we want, and color 2 also have. And you are ready. Go to object mode, and yeah, you can select this if you want. Now the mod is Dirtable, and this part in the blender is done. So now we're going to hit file, export, select this, okay. Now it will appear here probably, okay? So click here, rename it however you want, vertex paint test, okay? Now we're gonna click here, operator presets, annual toolkill blender, select this, okay? Now go to data, you can include selected objects if you want, but yeah, it's not needed. Data, we go to data, mesh, apply modifiers vertex paint, okay? So yeah, export. Now we go back to annual toolkit, right click, we're going to right click replace, and there we go, we have our vertex paint file. Double click here, select this vertex color 2, and then press OK and press save, okay? And now the mod will take the dirt. Will we face some issues? We will see later on in the video, okay? So this part of the blender is done. Now we have another part of the west that we need to make dirtable, so we need to go back to that. So yeah, let's do the first part of the west. Now we go to the first part of the west. So we go to resources patch 01 forge extracted. We find the folder, right? So this is the one that we did previously, okay? This one has the modifiers vertex paint. Now we go back, then we go to second folder. Now we're going to right click, open mesh view in open mesh in Unreal Toolkit. Now we can see this part of the west, okay? Now go to scene, meshes, and click here, and then right click, export, click save. I already have it, so I'm just gonna replace. Okay, now minimize this. Now we can fire up the blender. Okay, we can delete this, or you can just select here and press delete on your keyboard. Okay, we don't need this. Now we go to file, import, click here, and now we're going to find the folder spear folder. Okay, it's this one. Now we can see this file that we exported just now. Double click on that, click here to so we can see the west in the blender. Okay, now we have this part of the west in blender. Now click on the part and we do the same. So select here from the object mode, select vertex paint. Now select this white color, make it full black. Now select the color first and then go to paint, select vertex colors. Okay, now we go to color 2 and then paint, set vertex colors, and then color 1, paint, set vertex colors. So basically you only do this for color 2 and color 1. You don't touch color 4 and color 3. Okay, so yeah. Basically, once you're done with this, you can go to object mode, then select, then we go to file, export, and the same thing, we selected this, and then we go to folder that we actually did that, and you can just rename it however you want, but I usually do it like this, vertex paint applied. Okay, now we go to operator presets, select Unreal Toolkit Blender. Now you can include selected object, but it's not needed. We go, this is important part, we go to data, mesh, apply modifiers, okay, and then export. Now if we go back to mesh viewer, we go right click here, replace, and there we go, vertex paint applied. We double click here, select vertex color 2 and click OK. And then click save, okay. Now this part of the west will also take the dirt, okay? Dirt effects, environment effects, and stuff like that. Now we're going to go one step back. We're going to hit first, so we find both of our folders from this first spear west, and we're going to repack, okay? Since I already did it, so yeah, I want to repack it. But yeah, you just click repack all of the folders that you edited. I edited the mesh, okay? So you click repack here, and then go 2 steps back, go refresh, and then go repack the main data PC resources patch 01 forge. And once we're done with that, now let's go into the game and test to see what we did. Now I was testing the west, right? And yeah, as you can see, I selected that west, okay? And yeah, it takes the dirt. It takes the dirt. Everything is fine, you know. It takes the environment dirt and stuff like that. But now I'm gonna fast travel. By the way, this is a good location to test snowy weather instantly because it's always snowy there. So you will see now the area. It's this. It's not Mistake Peak. Where is it? It's something like Hope Peak. I don't know. Oh, Destiny Peak, not Hope. Yeah, Destiny Peak. Okay, you see, I will now go there in just a second. So there, the snow is always starting like hard, you know. So yeah, you can test here if your Dirtable effects are good. Now, what happens is, yeah, as you can saw earlier, the mod is Dirtable, right? So it takes the dirt and stuff like that here, okay? So yeah, you see, everything is fine. But now when you come here and the snow starts to fall, this is what happens. This is the bug you're going to face with 90% of the mods that are dirtable. You know, mod Arthur make some mod dirtable, but it's not 100% ready. So yeah, you will see now, which I already show you in the introduction of the video, but yeah, this is what happens. So yeah, now we have to deal with this, and this is the important part that no one covered so far. So I had to tackle this objective solo, but now that I've figured it out, I'm putting together an in-depth guide for you. So let's not waste our time. Let's dive right into the next part of the tutorial, which is going to be how to fix this white bug. So yeah, we're going to tackle this right now. Okay, welcome to the next timestamp. Now we're going to actually tackle the issue, which is our equipment becomes full on white when we are in the snowy area. So why this happens? The only problem is the mask 1 map. So yeah, you see I already searched here. So yeah, basically the mask 1 map is the problem. So let me actually see real quick. First spear. Okay, yeah, I think this is the large folder. Yeah, this is the main mesh which we made. Yeah, okay, this is the one that has vertex paint modifier. Yeah, okay. How do we start? From where? Well, the first thing you're going to check, this is a helper guide on why we needed a hex editor, okay? So basically, since you install the hex editor, right, we're going to fire it up and we're going to minimize it for now. Now we're going to take since the west is basically full on white, okay? So none of these files are correct, okay? So we're gonna click here and type mask 1 map, okay? So we're going to take a biggest file of all, which is actually I think it's the other file. Yeah, this one. I think this one contains, yeah, this part, okay? So basically, yeah, let's fix this first. So, okay, we're going to type mask 1 map, okay? So we're going to right click, open this, and we can see here, okay? So it's a gamma linear, gamma settings, okay? Pixel format, BC7, min maps, okay? Now we're going to do is save as, and you see this is the same folder where we extracted that file, and you can just click save. We're going to minimize this, open your photo editor app, okay? Open your photo editor app. Now we're going to, sorry, wait, now we're going to go and find our mod where we extracted it and edited it here, okay? Okay, yeah, it's here, okay. So mask 1 map, we're gonna drag that and drop into your photo editor, load transparency as alpha channel, click select. Okay. So okay, see, this is the I can't believe this. This is the issue that I actually wanted to cover later on in the video, but since we got it now, actually let's talk about it. So We can see here that the green channel, it's not doesn't have stuff like here, like an alpha. Okay, so the green channel should be something like this. Let me show you actually. Okay, let's see this maybe. Yeah, you see. So the green channel should look like this, something like this, okay? But since we don't have that green channel, let's try. This is just a test, you know, because I honestly I dealt with the green maps before, but I honestly forgot. So this is actually nice to remind myself. So let's try to make this adjustments. We go to adjustments curves and let's try to make this, let's say black. And click OK. And now we're gonna file, save as a copy, and you see Intel texture DDS works. We're gonna go click save, and since our file is wait, sorry, it's here. Since our file is gamma linear, right? We're going to set this to linear and then auto-generate maps. Select if it has color plus alpha. It has alpha, okay? So yeah, you have to select that. So color plus alpha, linear, auto-generate, we click on preview, okay, and press okay. Now we go here, and then we go replace, and there we go. We can see the exported our copy that we did. Okay, now we double click on that and we get this, which is, I guess, fine. See, sometimes I'm also confused. So never mind, let's save and let's see what happens. Now we're gonna go back and actually we're gonna repack this, and then we're gonna repack the forge. I'm gonna boot the game and see what will happen. So I will see you in a second. Okay, we are back, guys. So now let's test and see if that helped. So basically what we just did was just making from make the green channel from this color to black. Only that on our mask 1 map, okay? So let's see what happens now when the snow starts to accumulate on the equipment. We can see here vanilla. This is vanilla as an example. Now look at that. This actually fixed, you see? So this is the problem. Your mask 1 map and green channel needs to be dark, you know, in order you don't get this white issue. So this is the only fix you need, basically. And the thing is, now you have to do for everything. Okay, you need to do you need to edit the mask 1 map for the mags. You need to do for the radio. You need to do for the antenna. You know, you need to do for everything that's on this west. You need to edit the mask 1 maps and make them dark. Okay, now since this mod doesn't really have how to say, define the green channel, right? Like an alpha. So what I'm going to do now is actually take the. I mean, this is optional. So you can just continue now doing for everything. Okay, you can just now go. Okay, so since we made this part of the west not take the white, it's not instantly full white, okay, on the snow. Now what we can go, this is where your other stuff on your west, okay, so basically this is where the mags are, the radio and stuff like that, okay. So why we need a FX editor, and why we need, so basically if you're not a military guy, if you really don't know what's the name of something that's on the west, you know, for example, what's this? I don't know what's this. I don't know what's this part. Is this a radio or this a mag? What's this? You know, what is this? Is this you know, what's this? This is a bag. I mean, bag. But you know what I mean. Like, what's this on the belt? Like, since if you're not into military and you don't know what's this, so basically what you're going to do is click on any material dot material file. You know, so go here and you're just going to type material. And then what you're going to do is drag, just select everything and drag and drop it here in hex editor. And now what we're going to do, for example, this is a grenade material, okay? Now we're going to load this mesh, open a mesh viewer, okay? We're going to click scene meshes, click on the file. Now we see the colors, right? The colors obviously are connected, right? So basically this is, the mags are kind of dark green color, okay? So we find, okay, oh, look at that. This is the ID of the mags, okay? So what if I don't know the name of the item? You know, this is helpful because you can, I guess you can type mag, but sometimes there's a bunch of mags, you know, and you don't know which one you are. I mean, obviously you will need to edit every single one of them, but if you just want to do one by one, you just make a list. And for example, now I'm doing the PMAGs, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that on the west, you know, this is easier for you. So let's say a grenade material. So what you're gonna, how you're gonna see which ID this part is, for example, so you're gonna select from 01 to 08, okay? Now this is your ID, which is 9112828303762, okay? Now we're gonna find that ID here, okay? So let's see, 911, which one way? 28260. Okay, here it is. So 91128, you see? We actually found it. And which color that thing is here? Let's see. Maybe it's something black. Because I'm not really sure what's this, honestly. The only logical thing, it's this here part, okay? So yeah. So what is this material? Grenade material. 40 millimeters. Okay, now you go back and actually type grenade. Okay, and now you see you can open the diffuse map to actually inspect. So this is a grenade material. Maybe it's tied to something else. This is the mask one map of that, and this is the normal map. Okay, so this doesn't make sense to me. How is this a grenade material? You see? Even I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. Or maybe this is the wrong color. Wait. But actually this is the ID, right? Wait. 762 is the end here. 762. Let's see if we have another 762 here. No, we don't. So, and this color is what? So we have this color is basically this, but what is this blue color then? Actually, I think this is actually this, and this is the grenade material, obviously, right? So yeah. So basically, let's see. So we're fixing this. Let's say we're fixing this. This is the grenade material, okay? I mean, this is the most logical thing, okay? So this is, I'm explaining this slowly because you want to see what I've been through, you know, when I've made my mods Dirtable, fixing this bug, okay? So let's say that's the grenade material, okay? Now we're going to go back, and then now we're going to go to grenade material. We're gonna go save as grenade, save, okay? Now we're gonna minimize this. We're gonna open Photoshop again. We're gonna go to, where do we put that mask one map? It's here, okay? Yeah. So we're gonna load that into our photo editor app. If it has alpha channel, always select this. Okay, the same thing. We have this green channel. Okay, now we're gonna go to image adjustments. Just go to curves and just make it basically like this. Click OK. I guess we can select everything, right? Now we go to File, Save as a Copy. We select the linear because it's one mask. Okay. Okay. Now we go here, replace. Now we find that copy, double click, save, and exit this for now. So yeah, now you always have a copy. By the way, you can always return back if something is wrong. So yeah, so now we're going to go one step back and resume first. Let's see actually if we added that. So yeah, here is the grenade. Okay, yeah. So basically it's this file. Okay, we're gonna hit repack. I'm going to boot the game and we'll see in a second if this fixed the white issue on the grenade. Okay, now we're at the same location of obviously to see now if it's fixed. I mean 100% it is, but yeah, I know, spoiler alert. So yeah, as you can see, that fixed the grenade. So yeah, now we have the fixed the back part of the vest and the grenade part. Okay, now we just need to keep doing this, right? Just fix all of the mask mags, basically for mags, for radio, antenna, everything. So yeah, basically yeah, that's it. So we go to our folder and let's say we want to make mags to fix the mags, right? So they are obviously in this main biggest folder, right? We go here and we just type mag and yeah, PMAG M4, right? But if you're not sure, as I said to you, or maybe it's SIG, maybe it's something like that. If you're not sure, you can always do what I told you. So basically, open containing folder, go type material here on the search bar. Select everything, drop here, and since we're already done with the grenade material, okay. Let's see PMAG M4. Okay, so we select here. Okay, we check the ID. We go back and let's check. Let's open the mask. Oh, sorry. Go to mesh and select the mesh file. And let's see, 37. It ends in 3761. Okay, 3761. 3761. Okay. Okay, so it's dark green. Okay, so these are the PMAGs. Okay, so it's dark green. So you're actually going to fix this right now. Okay, so you're fixing PMAGs M4, fixing the white bug and white issue. Okay, so now you're going to go back to this folder. You're gonna type mag. You're gonna find PMAG M4 and it's mask 1 map. Okay. Okay, here it is. Mask 1 map PMAG M4. Right click, open that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Save. Okay, so we go save as, save. Okay, we're gonna minimize this. Again, open the Photoshop. Okay, open the Photoshop. Go back. Here, we're going to find our mask 1 map. We're gonna drop it here. Oops, sorry. We're gonna drop it here, press OK. We're gonna simply do the same. Adjustments, curves, make it dark. I mean, obviously black, right? Save as a copy. Click save. And since this doesn't have an alpha, I guess we just select color, right? Color. And same, just stick to linear because it's one mask. So basically, diffuse map, sRGB. Mask 1 map linear, okay, and normal maps are linear. Remember that. So yeah, click OK. Now we're going here. Let's see where is our copy of the mag. There it is, mask 1 map, copy of the PMAG. Right click on that, click save. Okay, now go here, click refresh, and yeah, we should have a copy DDS, and there it is. Now we have a new texture map. Okay, go one step back, find your main folder that you edited, go to repack. Once you finish repack data, PC resources patch 01 forge. And now I'm gonna boot the game again and to check if we did it correctly. Okay, so see you in a second. Okay, we're back. Now let's see. And boom, as you can see, the PMAGs M4 mags are black, which is how it's supposed to be, right? So yeah, we fixed. We fixed this part of the vest, we fixed the mags, we fixed the grenades, right? So now what I'm going to do, PMAGs are also fixed, right? In this part, I don't know how is this fixed, but okay. Oh, maybe because it's the part, it's part of this, so that's why this probably is kind of fixed. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually gonna speed run the rest of the vest. I'm gonna actually speed run a little bit fast to see how actually fast you can do this, okay? So just for the sake of the tutorial, you know, I know this will probably take maybe even an hour, but it is what it is, you know. So yeah, we are here to learn something today, right? So yeah, basically I'm just gonna since this is work, so I'm just going to come back. So I'm not going to use the hex editor now. I'm just going to do for everything else the same drill. Okay, so yeah, we only did 3 parts. Now we're going to go back here. We're just going to type mask 1 map. Let's see how much we did here. So we have this pouch, juggernaut. So this is how I actually speed run this. So basically you're gonna save everything that you didn't edit. Save. You see how much time consuming is this part? It actually really is time consuming, you know? So this is only if you really want to get rid of this bug. You know, you can just make some parts of your vest like to not take the white color, I guess, you know, like the back of the vest and stuff like that, and the rest you can just leave. But if you really want to make it how it is in real life, right, and how it is in vanilla game, obviously, so yeah, then this is what you need to do, you know. But keep in mind that some of these mask maps, sometimes they have a green channel black. So if you're lucky, you know, not everything will be black always, you know. So yeah, this one, it's yeah. You see now we get why this part, which we didn't actually never touch. I never touched this part, you know. And he's wait, let me see if I actually recording. Okay, I do. Okay, so this part we actually never touched, right? And I was like, how is this black? So this is what I was talking about. So sometimes you will get lucky and some parts of the vest will not will take full on white. Sometimes the vest will come with a darker green map by itself, you know, so you will not have issues like PMAGs. Something will only have the white bug issue, you know. So yeah, if you're lucky, you know, that vest comes with the darker green channel, you know, of the mask 1 map. So yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, you just do what's remaining, you know, for fixing. So yeah, basically. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. So you see, you can see this part. This part is basically here. So yeah. Okay, so but the rest of it, it's pretty much the rest of it is pretty much white, so we will make that darker. Okay, so this has an alpha. Oops, not sorry, save as a copy. Save, and not this BC6H, not this. You actually now select Coral plus alpha because it has alpha channel. Not this, we need this. All right, the last time I selected by accident when I was color, but when you also with the color, you also want a BC7 linear. Okay, so yeah, color plus alpha always BCS7 and fine linear for the mask 1 map. Click OK. Now we go here, boom. It pops up, right? You can see the time, 10:34. That's gotta be it, right? Now we're gonna right click. So this is the pouch. Okay, right click. Boom. Save. Everything is the same. Refresh. There we go. Back. Then load the next one. I'm just gonna speed it up right now. So yeah, go to channel, select the green, go to image adjustments, curves, make it dark. I mean, you don't have to make it full on black, I guess. It has to be dark gray. I mean, yeah, but you can make it full black. Color plus alpha, fine linear. Okay, now we're doing the juggernaut case, mask 1 map, texture map, open. This is the copy, boom. Juggernaut phone. Wait, so back file, copy DDS, back. Okay, now we're doing the phone. So same bullshit, right? Image adjustments, curves, make it like this. Color plus alpha, fine linear, okay. Juggernaut phone, max mag map, go replace. Juggernaut phone, right? Copy. Juggernaut phone back, okay. Magazine. Oh, we did magazine, right? We tested that. Okay, now it's this SIG M16 mag. We go here. We got the same shit, right? Curves. You see, once you know how it's done, it's actually you can speed run all of your mods and make them dirtable, you know. Oops, sorry, this doesn't have an alpha. Yeah, my bad. So basically replace, this doesn't have an alpha, so color, but make sure to select BC7 fine linear, okay? See copy, right? Go to replace. We find the M16 mag, it's this one. We have the back file, now the mask 1 map, load the channel alpha. Press the green, go here, curves, make it dark, black, whatever. Go save as a copy. Save. Now, since it has alpha, obviously, check BCS7 fine linear. Press OK, go to refresh. Okay, this is it, right? Yes. So what we did, MISC 1, right? Yeah. Okay, now we go to this, low transparency as alpha. Image adjustments, curves. Apply. Save as a copy. Copy DDS, it's this one. Wait, I forgot which one I did. MISC02. You see, sometimes some items are named like this, so you can go to hex editor and actually check what's that, you know, which ID. I mean, what are you actually doing? So yeah. So MISC02, right? I don't know why suddenly the purple. See, this is what I'm actually not sure right now, you know. But I guess everything will be fine, you know. I did this. I'm doing this. I should do. I mean, I wanted to do this tutorial a long time ago when I was actually in form. So now I'm also questioning myself while I'm doing this because I actually forgot some things, you know. This is why you need to keep up with everything always, you know, to actually know what you're doing. Wait, let me. Oh, it has alpha. So actually know what you're doing always, you know. So color plus alpha, fine, and linear, okay. So this is, yeah, Haley strategic D3 CRMI. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to open this. You see how now this is what's confusing me. Like now when we load this, it will be purple, which is weird, right? Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Maybe because I selected. I don't know. Let's just keep doing it and let's see what we're going to achieve. Okay, so the radio. Oh, here's the radio. Here's our radio. Okay, press OK. So here's the radio. Open the radio. Texture mask 1 map. What is our radio? Oh, wait. I did something wrong. Maybe. Oh, never mind. So radio. I don't know what's the problem. Wait. Being used by. Oh, it was used by Intel. Texture works. Okay, now it should be fine, right? Yeah. I actually don't remember if I mean, this is all the same steps, right? Like, but to be honest with you, I'm just confused why it's purple. I also forgot. Oh, it has alpha. I just forgot why it's purple, you know? Because what would happen if we put to fine, let's see. So this is a zipper that we're doing right now. What are we putting if... Okay, so basically the same thing, right? Okay, you know what? Let's just keep it purple for now, so yeah. Fine, linear. Okay. This is the zip thing, right? I clicked this, now I'm confused. Zipper mask 1 map. This is it probably. Yeah. Click save and I think we're done basically. Let me just reboot the annual toolkit because I don't know what I clicked, that created or size, I have no idea. Okay, let's go back to here. So basically we did zipper, right? Okay, now in the magazine, mask one map. So we did a zipper, right? Yeah, this is the last one. So what we're left, okay, I actually did everything. Okay. Yeah, let's see how many backs we have. Okay, every fifth file, yeah, is the back file, yeah. Yeah, okay, we should be good. We should be good. Okay, now I'm going to, this is the final test to see if our full vest is not white anymore. And then we can move on to the next section of the video, which is to determine if you want to have the snow on your vest, to determine by ourselves where we want the snow to fall, you know, and accumulate. So we will do that in our next timestamp, but first I'm gonna repack this. So repack the resource patch 01 forge, and I will get back to you in a second. Okay, we're back in the game, and guess what? Our vest is, I know, it's fixed, right? Because yeah, I did this many times, I know it's fixed, so yeah. As you can see, it's not full white, everything is fine. Now the vest is, this is basically done, you know, it will take dirt. It will take dirt, you know, it will get wet because of the water, it will get the mud, it will get, you know, the grass, dirt effects and stuff like that, obviously, but you won't have snow because we just made it full black. Obviously, we'll have sometimes a little bit of snow here, right? But yeah, if you want, I will get to that later on, if you how to determine where you want snow to fall, if you want like this, for example, on vanilla helmet, you know, or on the vanilla jacket. Okay, not jacket, the shirt. So yeah, but I actually knew this is going to happen. So basically the vest is not done yet. Obviously we need to actually see where the snow is and stuff like that, but there's another issue, which is the vest won't take camo now, right? I've faced this before, don't worry, the vest doesn't take camo, but we'll fix this. Okay, as you can see, it only takes solid colors out of the camos, right? So yeah, and let's get back right into it. So basically, how we're going to fix this is basically we need to find, first we go to the folder where we did all the edits. So basically we need to find the main material of the vest. So .material file, okay? So we basically jump here and we need first Pierce Renholm material, right? So basically it's not here. So let's see this other folder, boom, there it is, right? We're gonna right click that and go export and just save, and it will be exported here. All right, so right click on that this XML file, right click open containing folder, and then I'm gonna right click edit in Notepad++. Okay, so how we fix the solid now? We need to type this exactly, layer 3 underscore camo in ID. So we need to change this. We actually need to see on which camo in ID right now. See this single, it's 0 value, okay? So we go next one, it's not ID 4, okay, it's set to 3. So basically now it's set to 3 and it takes the solid colors, okay? I'm gonna change this to 1, I'm gonna change this to 0, and I'm gonna put the camo iron ID2 to 1, okay? I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna try that first, okay? And once I hit the save, I'm gonna hit right click and we're gonna hit compile. Refresh, and yeah, we have, see, this is the backup file, and this is the new material that we have now, and you can leave this, because we're going to go back into this XML file if this camo ID it's not correct, okay? So we're gonna go back, we can see it's here, okay? One step back, it's this shorter name. We're gonna hit repack and be right back again. Okay, we are back, and guess what? The XML edits that I did at first failed to work, okay? But I've done more testing after, and what worked only is the camo in ID4, okay? So after setting camo in ID4, the West started to take camo. So we set the single value from 0 to 1, and the West started to take camo, but only one part of the West. So let me show you in the video. Okay, so you can see here. The front part of the West didn't take camo, only this part of the West, okay? So, how I made the second part of the West take camo textures is by editing the other material file in other folder, okay? This file specifically, let me show you this file, okay? Also changing the layer camo in ID4 from value 0, single value from 0 to 1. And once again, this is why HXD is useful, you know, the hex editor. I think I mentioned this 3 times already in the video, but you can load material files, okay? So we export this to XML, and then you open this in the hex sorry, you can actually drag and drop material file here, okay? And then select from 01 to 08 check the number on the in the right ID, right? Open the mesh, then in the Anvil toolkit, find the number, and you can see which part of the West didn't take camo. You know, so extract edit XML file and save and compile. You see the connection now. So basically, this is 3755. We find this 3755, okay, and we can see the color. This is it. So this didn't take camo, okay. So now you know which material that is. It's highly strategic, okay, placard, obviously. So we edit XML file. So you export this, then you open this file in Notepad++, and then since you already done the edits, you know what, how this part of the West take camo by editing the camo in ID4, setting from single value from 0 to 1. We do the same for highly strategic. You know, set from 0 to 1, save, okay. And once you save, you're gonna right-click compile, and then you're gonna have this new material updated file. Okay, you're gonna then of course repack and repack data PC resources patch 01 forge and test in the game. Okay, but yeah, you see the connection now. Why again? I'm gonna mention why hex editor is useful, so you can figure it out which parts, you know, part of the West is if you don't know. Now, after doing all of this, do we have any side effects? Yeah, the side effects was basically was that when the color is set to none in the game, we can see here in the video. Yeah, when the color is set to none in the game, you will have multicam camo active, as you can see on this part, which is not big of a deal if you ask me. Keep in mind, though, we were dealing with the detail maps. This is something that I didn't saw at the beginning when I started making this West properly dirtable, and it's something that I wanted to cover later on in the video. But yeah, almost all of the Acosta mods we have will have detail maps. Okay, let me type really fast detail map. Okay, you see here, for example, this pouch have a detail map. Okay, and here we have a detail map, okay, also. So yeah, almost all of the Acosta mods we have detail maps, and then it can be a little bit challenging, okay. Thankfully, we didn't face any black issues after the vertex paint, but we faced solid color gray-green channels. And we faced 2 layers in ID active in the XML file. So even though I did this many times, 2 things active in the XML file was the new thing to me. So as the fuse multicam file inside this folder. Let me show you real quick on what I mean. This one. So this is probably why we have when the color, after all of our edits, why when the color is set to none in our game, why we have multicam still active on our west, well, at least on the one side of the west. Okay, now the west is ready. There is no white bug. It takes the environment that camo texture is okay. We have the side effect that multicam tropic is active all the time when the color is set to none, which is probably fixable because I can see it's a diffuse map in this folder, right? Will I attempt to fix this now? No, because I want to move on to important things since we already we are already 1 hour into this tutorial. Will I mention how I fixed it later on? Yes, I will. If not in this video, probably in Discord or just also in the YouTube description or the comment. The next step will be how to define where you want snow to accumulate, also how to use normal or diffuse maps, which is rare, and their green channels for the mask 1 map to define the snow effects if the green channel of the mask 1 map is solid gray color. Okay, welcome to another timestamp, which is taking green channel from normal or diffuse map and defining where snow to drop. You can take also alpha channel if it's something like this, doesn't matter really. So yeah, we will use the pouch as an example. So I will define where snow to drop on this part exactly. Okay, so realistically, when the snow starts to fall, you know, it shouldn't accumulate here because this is the side, right? You're moving quite a lot, so it's really hard for snow to keep up here. Okay, so the most realistic thing to fall is on the top of these pouches and on top of these mags and on top of this pouch. Okay, so I will use and I will try to make the snow accumulate right on this part. Okay, so yeah, this is what we are doing right now, and this is optional, by the way. So once you're done with the west, when you fix the mask 1 maps, if you don't want to define where the snow to drop, you don't have to do it. You can just leave it as is, you know, and your equipment will not turn instantly full white when the snow starts to fall hard. But your equipment will be dirtable. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so this is optional, but yeah, let's I want to show you this also if you really want to do it, because one modder did this and I was surprised to see the mod that has amazing green channels already, and where the sleeves already accumulate the snow really like a vanilla game, which is the Mac modder. I think he made MCM top, I think that's the name. You know, he have the build tables, Mac build tables mod, so he really made amazing green channels. I also edited a little bit, you know, I think I killed a little bit of the highlights, but that's it. You know, he did amazingly good green channels, so shout out to you, man. If you're looking, if you're watching right now this tutorial, amazing job. So yeah, so basically we will need something to define where the snow to drop. So this image, for example, I took because see, this is the detail map, and this is the only thing that I have found to have a defined look, so to say, you know, because let's for example, yeah, this is it, diffuse map, and there is another, if we take a look, pouch. Okay, normal map, yeah, we can probably use the normal map as well, and this is the mask 1 map which we edited, okay, which is, yeah, now it's not full white. Okay, so yeah, and remember, we're doing this only if the mod comes with solid color green channels. Usually I did this only when I install Acosta mods. Every other mod so far had the correct green channel, so you don't have to replace the green channel if that's the case. Remember this. So if the green channel is like this, or even if it's like this, like wait, let me remove the adjustments from here. We can undo, I think. Yeah. So even if it comes like this, that's fine. That's completely fine. It will turn full on white in the game, but you can fix it. You know, you can fix it. And why this is good, because you can see ops score. You can see here, this is this is the OpsCore amp headphone. This is maybe the screws or something like that, you know. So yeah, you can define here where if you want the snow to drop on the headphones, or you can just leave it as is, you know. Just fix this and with the camera raw filter, you know, and just kill more highlights so these screws and other stuff doesn't take full white. You know what I mean? So yeah. So even if the green channel is like this, that's fine because it's you can still see what's what basically, you know. So yeah. But since we are dealing with this, now we have to use a more defined. So this is because this is the pouch, mask one map pouch. We can see, you see this part here? This should be here, okay? Yeah. So how do we do this? Okay, let's start. I'm talking too much, but I want to say as much as info I can, so you know what I'm talking about, you know, because it's really useful, you know, the details, okay? So yeah, and why we're doing this and when you're not doing this and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so unfortunately this is not the green channel, but this is fine. Sometimes the green channels are like this, so this is completely fine to use, okay? So how do we put this to here? So basically it's simple. So we take a look. So the red and blue channel are the same color, okay? So since we're adding, we want this to be our green channel, okay? So we're gonna delete this channel, okay? And now we know this is red and blue, okay? But we will not rename them yet, okay? We're going to right click here and we're gonna go duplicate channel and then you're gonna select here, okay? So alpha 1 copy, click OK, and now, oops, sorry, I don't know, sorry, I think I did something bad. Okay, wait, okay, it's 39, sorry, I put it somewhere else. So you're looking this number, 39, pouch mask one map, so I selected 33, my bad. So 39 and press OK. Now we will see here. So since we want this to be our green channel, we're going to simply rename this as a green, okay? And now we know this is red and blue, okay? So we see how it needs to be red, green, and blue, okay? So we select everything, and then we go to mode and we go to, sorry, we go to RGB color, okay? And now, sorry, we are not doing that. Go back. We need to put our green channel and we need to actually rename this to red. It goes red. Okay, red, green, and blue. Okay. And now you're gonna select everything and we go to RGB color. And now we have our green channel, so to say, healthy, okay? And now what we're going to do, we're gonna go to adjustments, curves, and we do the same step, okay? So make it kind of black. I mean, you can actually use the camera raw filter for this one because this one is a bit weird, you know? So you can just do this, add a little bit of contrast, kill the highlights, maybe kill more exposure, you know? Add blacks, let's see the shadows. You can add shadows and yeah, this is fine, okay? And now, how do we define where the snow to drop? Okay, so yeah, this is now the pouch will not turn the white, but it kind of have the proper green channel. So how do we define where the snow drop? We want to fall and on top of this pouch, okay? So what you're gonna do is take a brush tool, okay? I will leave this brush in the description so you can download it and put into your photo editor basically, but yeah, you can just take a brush, made it something like this, okay? I use this specialized brush so it looks like a snowy texture, you know, so to say. So yeah, so we can see why I told you before how we need the diffuse map. Since we don't have a proper diffuse map to inspect for this pouch, like for other items, mags and stuff like that, this is the closest we can have, okay? So basically, this is probably the zip that goes probably on the side or something like that, okay? And this is, I think this is, let me rotate to see if we can find. I mean, I think I'm talking about this pouch, but yeah, you can always check in hex editor you know, the material and the ID, as I mentioned already, you know. So it's 3756, you can check, but yeah, this has to be the pouch. This is, I think this is zip, so yeah, this is a trial and error basically, but let's try to put here, you know, like we can have a snow here, okay? And this is just a test, okay? So let's say we have the snow here, okay? Accumulate. We can have like something like this, maybe more, you know. And let's try here as well. So let's do like this, and we will test in game, okay? So you're gonna add the snow where it wants to drop. I mean, this is how I did. I guess this is completely fine to edit the green channel of the mask one maps, you know. This is the only thing that I did by myself, and so far it works. So yeah, I don't see any difference from the vanilla. This is what I wanted to say. Yeah, I didn't see any difference from the vanilla, you know, even though vanilla it's done like this, you know. But yeah, I didn't see any difference other than, yeah, other than maybe it's not, it doesn't look like this. So you see here black, but you can also make a brush similar to this. So, you know, I just made like a snow drops brush, you know. So yeah, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we can do. You can also do this kind of, you know, like some drops are here or some drops, maybe some little bit drops, you know, while you're walking there, they stay here, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, so this is the top, I assume. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to file. Once you're done with this, we're gonna go to file, save as a copy. And since we already have the previous one, you know, always you can save as a copy too, so you have a backup, okay? Or actually select everything, okay? And then we don't have an alpha. Save as a copy to and select color and always BT7 fine linear, okay? So yeah, mask one map is fine linear, diffuse maps are sRGB, and normal maps are also fine linear. Detail maps, I'm not sure, so yeah. Okay, auto generate me maps, press OK. Now we go back, we're gonna exit this, we go back to the folder where we edited this pouch. Okay, we have our copy, okay. Now we're gonna go here, open the mask one map pouch, and we're going to hit here, and we're going to replace. There it is, our copy. We're gonna double click, and we can see here, you know, the snow drops. So I'm gonna save this, okay, refresh, go back. We did edits here, I think. Let me see. Yeah, copy to, okay. So it's this folder, okay, the main folder. Oops, sorry. This is the main folder. So I'm gonna repack this, okay. I'm gonna repack resource patch 014 and I'm gonna boot the game to test, okay. So see ya in a second. Okay, here we go. I've tested in game and there we go. We can see how the snow accumulation is only on this part that we did in Photoshop. And now we can see how this part here is a bit odd, okay, because it's not realistically snow to keep up here. I mean, it is if you're literally inside the snow, okay, like from camo, but here while you're moving and stuff like that, not really. I mean, you see here how this is vanilla shirt, okay. So the realistic would be on top of the mags, on top of this pouch, on top of the, you know, to accumulate. So yeah. So since we don't want this part to accumulate here, okay, so we go back to Photoshop and basically just undo the steps or do everything from the beginning, which is transfer the from the other from the detail map alpha channel to green channel and do the steps that I did before the test, okay, and then you know that this doesn't need to be here. You just only need this part to have the snow, okay, snow accumulation. So yeah, important thing to mention, sometimes when you transfer green channel, from somewhere else, okay, and you put it like here, some parts of the West once again won't take camo texture, only solid colors. And if that's the case, just go back to timestamp and export material file again so you can edit its XML file of that item, layer free, in ID4 here, okay? So you can edit the layer free in ID4 to be specific until it's fixed again, okay? So yeah, so now that we know how to define where we want our snow, you basically repeat the same for other parts that are on the west, mags and stuff like that, but only if you want to. Remember, once again, this is optional, but if you want to keep it realistic, this is it. At least this is how I do for myself. If someone knows a better way, please don't hesitate to talk. You can also use some texture. It doesn't need to be the brush tool to apply the snow dirt. So yeah, the thing I also want to mention is that you can use the normal map as a base only if it's higher resolution because of the snow than the other files. So if normal map is 4096 by this normal map, is 4096 by 4096, you can use that as a base mask one map. A quick look on how to do that is basically I will go to main folder. So yeah, this is I'm already here. So this is the main folder where the West loadout is. And we will try to find some normal map item that is 4K resolution, okay? So I think this one was, yeah, you see, 4K by 4K. Okay, let's find its normal map right now. So Haley strategic normal map. Yeah, it's this one, okay. Okay, nice. Okay, Haley strategic is high resolution. So we're gonna open this, okay. So right click, open, save, and we're gonna put it here. We're gonna minimize this, we're gonna refresh, and now we have the normal map DDS. We're gonna right click and open load transparency as alpha, boom. We have this because we did this part already, so it's not full white, instantly full white, okay? So since this normal map have better green, it's much more defined, so we can know how to define snow, where to drop, okay, on the pouches or whatever, we are going to transfer everything from here to basically to this mask one map to here. We will stop here for now, because you can ask me, why do this instead of just renaming the files? Like rename this to mask one map, and rename this maybe to normal map. This is because we won't do this because both of these files, normal and mask one map, have the unique IDs. When you open them in the hex editor, we can see different IDs. See? They are different numbers. Okay, this one ends in 04 and this one ends in 03. And we can and those IDs are in texture selector. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna find the texture selector. Okay, texture set Haley strategic. This is the one. Okay, we're gonna right click and I'm gonna export that. Yes. Okay, and now we're going to right click, open containing folder. This is the XML that we just exported. Open in Notepad++. You see these numbers. This is diffuse map. Okay, this is the ID of the diffuse map. This is the ID of the normal map, and this is the ID of the mask 1 map. You see? Now when we open the hex editor, you see 03 and the normal map is 04, right? So we can see them here, 04 and 03, right? So basically, this is why we don't only rename the files, because we're going to mess things up, okay? So basically, so you will need to change your mask1 map ID here in hex editor to a different random number, then hit file and save. And you will need to put that new number here in texture selector. So if you change the ID, okay, you put this different ID and then you go to save, right? So this is the this is what you can also do, you know, if you don't want to transfer all of these channels to mask 1 map, you know, of the Heli strategic. So yeah, then you need to edit the IDs. I think you also need to put the IDs in another texture selector, if I remember correctly. Let me check. So this is the main folder. Okay, let's go. First spear, let's see here, texture set. We're gonna export that, we're gonna hit OK, we're gonna open containing folder, we're gonna right click or edit to Notepad++, and it's different, right? Loadout, and this is the, so yeah, they are different. You see, this is 55003 and 5, no, this one is 5503 and this one is 5003. Okay, so you only set in one texture selector, which is in the other folder, in the main folder. Okay, let's go back. Heli strategic. Yeah, in this folder. So this is where you need to change the ID. If you change the ID here in text editor, okay, in hex editor. So yeah, and this is why I prefer photo editor, because doing it in photo editor is much more convenient for me, you know. But if you want, you can change the IDs, it's not an issue. So yeah, so to get back to photo editor, we have now both files inside. So we're transferring normal map channels to mask 1 map channels, so the IDs remain the same. Okay, so we don't edit the IDs. Okay, so what we're going to do first is the red and the green channel. Okay, let's start with transferring the green channel. Okay, we're gonna duplicate, and for 6, okay, we're going to there, for 6 select as green backup, let's say green B. Okay, and we have it here. Okay, now we're gonna delete this channel. Okay, we don't need that right now. Okay, so we have our green channel. Now we're going to red, and we're gonna do, you see, maybe you think how the green and red are the same, but they're not the same. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we're gonna duplicate the red channel, red copy. Okay, we're gonna select 4.6, press OK, and we're gonna have our red B. Okay, now we'll do the same for the blue channel. We're gonna duplicate, we're gonna blue backup, let's say. Okay, now what we have blue. Okay, now we can delete these two. Okay, and now we can transfer the alpha. Okay, duplicate channel alpha 1. Okay, now we have everything. We're going to rename this as alpha. This is blue and this is green. So let me double check if these are the correct. Okay, this is red, you see. Okay, now we can rename this exactly to red. We're gonna move it on, right here at the top. Okay, now we know this is the green channel, and now we know this is the blue. Okay, now what you're gonna do is select everything. You can actually also check, double check, you know, like just to make sure. Okay, red is red. Okay, that's nice. Green, let's see, green. Okay, everything is the same, and yeah, obviously the blue also, but yeah, let's check. Yeah, okay. So basically, now select everything. Okay, and we're going to set this as RGB color. Boom. Now we have everything is the same as in normal map, okay? See? Everything is the same. Now, this is how you use, this is, I think this is at least my process on how I use normal map as a base, you know? So yeah. Now, for a reminder, why we did this is to define if you want to where your snow to drop, because it's easier now to see, right? Because previously we had our just a solid color black or solid dark gray color, and yeah, how to define the snow. I mean, you could probably just randomly put, or you can just see the solid color and compare it with the this, and you can see this is solid color, and here you have this. Okay, so this we have like a sleeve or something like that, or this is the pouch. Okay, I'm gonna put here, and you know, but this is easier for you, you know, because it's a bit more defined. So let's see if you can find the better diffuse map of Heli Strategic. So it's helpful to see what we're doing. Okay, you see? So these are the pouches and everything. You can actually, since this is a good healthy diffuse map, we can see where we can define the snow. Okay, but first we need to make our green channel black, because remember, if you leave it like this, it will turn instantly full white in snow. Okay, so we need to make it like this, and then we're gonna filter camera raw filter, and we're gonna apply kill the highlights, maybe kill more exposure, maybe kill more whites, you know, maybe make it more black, stuff like that. Yeah, something like this. Okay, and now we can go to Anvil Toolkit, and we can right click and open the mesh viewer, and now we can see what we're working on. Okay, so basically this is it, right? So you know, now it's a bit tricky, of course, to determine what's what, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, but let's compare mesh and the diffuse map to see if we can find something interesting. So I think we see this part. I think this is it, right? So it does have this kind of like a X, right? But I think this is this part. Okay, so what you need to do is you don't need to do. Okay, this is optional, but if you want, you can just also go to brush, and then you can, you know, make this area like take snow. Okay. Okay, and then you can move on to do some other parts, you know, and then also put the snow, you know. It's this is time consuming, but only if you're really maniac like me, you will do this. Okay, only if you're a maniac like me. You can also do it like this, you know, even more. Or you can make the brush even bigger, you know, and then you can do like this, you know. So yeah, you can test and you can double check in the game. Okay, so I will not do this. I will not test this, so we can move on, because the tutorial is long. So yeah, once you're done, once you transfer, so the ID will remain the same. You then go to save as a copy. Okay, save as a copy, like copy free, and name it like normal map transfer. Okay. And then you hit, and then since it has alpha, Coral plus alpha, PC7 fine, linear, auto generate, everything is fine, press OK. You're gonna exit this. Okay. It takes time because it's a high resolution. Okay, wait for it. Type the item in search bar that you were editing. Now there it is, our copy. Now we go to right click and replace. This was the previous, you know, solid, the dark gray or black color, you know. Now we're going to replace with this new one, and there we go. Now we're gonna click save, and that's it. This is it. Now you're going to repack. This folder, okay, and this folder, and then you're going to repack the data PC resources patch 01 folder and test in the game. If something is bad, like if you don't want here to be the snow, just trial and error. Use the diffuse map. Use your logic, to determine on which part you're actually painting with the brush tool, okay? So now we can move on to the, I think, we're close to end this tutorial. Now we're moving more to the detail maps and why we have black texture items on our equipment after we do the vertex paint, and how to fix that and make it dirtable without any issues, basically how to fix the black texture after the vertex paint, and then how to fix the white issue as well. So yeah, let's move on to the next timestamp. I just wanted to mention really fast, when you're transferring the channels from the normal map to mask one map, if sometimes this doesn't work, so for example, you click the right click to green channel duplicate, and you want it here, right, on 46, and sometimes if it doesn't work, and if it doesn't appear here, okay, that's because the mask one map and its channel and this layer right here are the lower resolution than the normal map. So for example, if this is a 2K resolution and this is 4K resolution, the duplicate won't work. This is what I've faced before. So remember that if this duplicate doesn't work, it's because this can be lower resolution than the normal map, okay? Or vice versa, So make sure that this one is also the same resolution, mask one map, as the normal map, But most of the time, mask one map is lower resolution than normal map. So I guess what you can do is go to image adjustments and then go to image size, and then just make it higher resolution. I think that's going to be fine, I guess. For example, if this is 2K, you make it like 4096 by 4096, and you press OK. This is already 4K, but you get what I mean. So yeah, just wanted to say this. Okay, welcome back to the next timestamp. Let's say reminder timestamp. So now we are going to talk about the thing which took me some time to figure it out, and that's why some items turn full-on black after the vertex paint, and why some items get a bad texture after applying the vertex paint in Blender. This happens because the mod have detail maps inside the data folders, okay? And once again, so far I encountered this only with Acosta mods. So yeah, to not lose any more time, I will show you examples how a bad texture can look after the vertex paint, okay? So this is also West that have the detail maps. We can see here how you see none for camo and colors, everything is good. And now we can see none for camo and colors, it's dirtable, but textures are, messed up, as you can see here. You see the difference? It's even when you look at in the loadout in the game, it's even more pronounced. How the bad that texture actually looks. So yeah, we can see how the material is bad. So is Acosta Bison Belt. Okay. As you can see here, after the vertex paint. Since I didn't know back then how to fix this, I had to slap the med pouch from the Rainbow Six icon instead of Bison Belt pouch, which looks nice, not gonna lie. I also like that it's bigger. Anyway, I will remove now my Acosta Bison mod edits, and we will start fresh with Acosta Bison Belt mod. Okay, setup timestamp. So you have Acosta Bison Belt mod, or you just installed that mod and you want to make it dirtable. Okay, we go to resources folder where our data files are. we find the Acosta Bison Belt files, which are these, okay? You see Pharaoh's Bison Belt, Bison Belt, Bison Belt, Bison Belt, and you will extract every single data file from that mod, okay? So you're gonna right click here, you're gonna go hit unpack, then unpack this one. You're gonna do for every Bison Belt. You can skip this one because this one contains only the skeleton, okay? So you need only these data files from the Bison Belt, and then we go to extracted folder, okay? Now we go here, okay? This is the first main data file. You go here and we have Ferrous Concept Bison Belt Mesh. You're gonna right click open mesh viewer, okay? Go to scene, then meshes, and you're gonna click here and gonna right click export, and then you're just going to save here, okay? And then you can minimize this, and now you have the first mesh file which you need to make dirtable, okay? And how you make it dirtable is by applying the vertex paint. Now, so I don't repeat the same steps, okay? You go back to timestamp and follow the instructions on how I did the vest and how I applied the vertex paint for the vest, okay? You will extract mesh and apply vertex paint to every single mesh from these folders to make sure they have the vertex paint, okay? So you're gonna go here, dump pouch, you're gonna extract this, you're gonna go to Blender, you're gonna apply vertex paint. You're gonna do that for fast rub glows, extract this mesh, load this file in the Blender, do the steps as I did for the West to apply the vertex paint, do it for the holster and do it for the lanyard, okay? So yeah. So once you do that, what will happen is that you will boot the game, okay? Belt and accessories will take the environment effects, but mat pouch, lanyards, and some other items will be full black, pink, or even purple, okay? And this is because of the detail maps, okay? So it will look like this, okay? So as you can see here, as you can see here, your belt will be black, and this side over here you can see some items are purple, but yeah, you can see here, for example, this is full black and this is pink. Now let's go to the next timestamp and how to fix this. Okay, how to fix this? So this black issue happens because of detail maps. We have to get rid of them. So let me show you how. We go first to data folder, and let's say we want to work on effect pouch first, okay? We're gonna type, which is the bag on the Bison Belt, okay? The medic bag. We're gonna type here effect, okay? And I'm gonna delete this because these were the testings. Okay, we're going to export the material file. Okay, we're going to open the mask one map of the effect bag, and we're going to save it as a DDS, okay? And we're going to exit this, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is edit the XML file of the bag. We open in Notepad++, and now let's return and type here detail map. You will need to do this. So see which all of the items have the detail map, okay? Open the containing folder and type detail and add them into your hex editor, okay? This is important. So let's say we're doing the effect map. You're going to select from 01 to 08, okay? So we can see the main ID of this effect bag. You're going to need to copy this, okay? So you can Control+C and you can right click copy, and then we're going back to Notepad++, and you're going to go to find, okay, and you're gonna paste that number here and find next. Let's see, okay. So layer 5 logo diffuse. So far with Acosta mods, every detail map ID was here under the logo 5 logo diffuse, okay? Name, hash, dynamic property, okay? It was always here so far. So yeah, you can see this is the detail map ID. So how to eliminate the detail map? We need to change this to mask 1 map ID, okay? So you can now load the mask 1 map into the hex editor and check the ID on the right, but you don't have to do that because we have the ID of the mask 1 map here as well. So go to the at the top of this XML file and just scroll a little bit down here. At the first dynamic property, a layer 1 mask. This is your ID of the mask 1 map, okay? You just copy this, okay? And go back that this the detail map ID, and we're going to paste this. And you can, as you can see, only the last digit changed. So basically, so far with the Acosta mods, only the last. That's how the modders do their work anyway. They put so it's easier for them 2, 3, 4, 5. But these numbers are unique from the two to the left. Okay, but yeah, only the last digits changed. Okay, so now we're going to hit save. Okay, now go back. And we're gonna find that XML file. I'm gonna right click and compile. Okay, so we're done. We eliminated detail map ID from the XML file, but we're not done yet. Now type mask one map. Now we're gonna find the DDS file that we saved previously. We're gonna open that around photo editor, launch transparency as alpha. Okay. Click on the alpha channel, and we're going to make our alpha channel full black. Okay, this is important step, because if we leave it like this, the matte bag will be turned pink or any other color, basically this color right here. Okay, so it took me a while to figure it out that that you have to edit your alpha channel, okay, to full black. So yeah, you can use the paint bucket tool, but yeah, it's easier to use the brush tool. Also paint these as well, because if you leave these white straps, they will be blue or pink in the game. So you absolutely need to make alpha full black. Okay, so we don't have any issues with some psychedelic solid colors. Okay, now our alpha is full black. Now this is it. I'm gonna save as a copy, and I'm gonna use Nvidia export tool because I'm testing it, but these are the settings you need: color plus alpha, PCS7, fine and linear. Okay, I'm gonna use Nvidia because I'm testing it to see how it is. Okay, so save. Okay, I want both alpha, PCS7, linear. Okay, save, and we're going to go back, and then now we're gonna click on the default mask one map to replace. Okay, with our new copy. And you're gonna get like this because it's transparent, because we edited the alpha, which is fine. Don't be stressed about it. This is completely fine. Press save, and we're done with the bag. Okay. Since we're done with the bag, go back to hex editor. We can eliminate this from here. Okay. Now we move to the next part. Now you can skip. Now basically you need to do for every item that has detail map, you have to do these same steps. Okay. So you can skip this part, but you can also stay. It's advisable to stay so you can see the routine, but yeah, you can skip this part and just do it by your own if you're experienced. Okay, so yeah, so we can see the ID of the detail map, pistol mag pouch. We go back to here, we search pistol. Okay, now pistol mag pouch, same drill. Export the material file, export save as the mask one map, okay, or the pistol file. Now we go open containing folder. I'm gonna right click and edit this pouch as well. So same drill. We find the mask one ID. You copy this, okay, and go back all the way down to layer 5 logo diffuse 9905. You see 9905. This is the detail map ID. We replace, see, again, only the last digit change. So basically, you can only change for every XML file from 05 to 02. So yeah, and just click save. Okay. And just in case, also what you can do is you can search to see if you find if you can find the detail map ID somewhere else, but that's not the case. Usually, it's always here. That's how it is so far, usually with the custom mods. But if you have problems, you can always go back and see if it's somewhere else. Okay, so we're done with pistol mag pouch XML. Now we go back to annual toolkit. And we're going to right click compile XML file. Now we're going to open its texture map in our photo editor, DDS. Load transparency as alpha. Okay, focus on the alpha channel only. Make it full black. Because if you don't make it black, remember, you're gonna get psychedelic colors. I'm gonna save as a copy. I'm gonna use the Nvidia export tool. Copy. I'm gonna click save. Save. Okay, now we have our copy. This is the normal map. Just make sure you click on the mask 1 map. Go replace and let's find pistol mag pouch. Double click. Transparent. Perfect. This is what we need. Hit save. And let's move on to the next part. Now we have pistol mag pouch ready. Now we're going to move to grenade pouch 00305. So grenade pouch. Sorry, we go to our main folder. So grenade pouch, same drill. Material file, export, and the mask 1 map. Save as, save in the folder. You can leave this open actually. So we go open folder. Okay, scroll a little bit, layer 1 mask. This is the ID, layer 1 mask. Okay, let's see, it's 00305. Okay. I'm 100% sure you only need to change the last digits. So go all the way down and just change this to 02. Okay. Layer 5 logo diffuse. Hit save. Go back to annual toolkit. Okay, we actually need. Go back to annual toolkit. Grenade pouch XML. Compile. Open its DDS file in Photoshop. Press OK. Select the alpha channel. Make it black. Okay. Select everything. Save the copy. Save. Go back to annual toolkit. Hit refresh. You have your new copy. Focus on the mask 1 map. We go hit replace. Perfect. Transparent. Hit save. We're done with the grenade pouch. Enter this folder. We can close this. Now, lanyards detail map 83705. We type lanyards. We're gonna export its material file. We're gonna save mask 1 map. Hit refresh and then open containing folder, edited notepad++. Layer 1 mask 702, we go to layer 5 logo diffuse, remember. Layer 5 logo diffuse. Just change the last digits to 2. So yeah, you can go to, let's see, 83705. 83702, which is our mask 1 map ID. Hit save. Go back to annual toolkit and compile lanyards XML file. Now we're going to open its mask 1 map. You see, it's actually pretty fast once you are done. Once you're fast enough, make it full black. Don't be afraid. Just make it full on black. Export with your photo editor. Now open the mask 1 map, and if you don't remember what you did, lanyards, okay? So we need lanyards. This is the copy of the lanyards. Hit save. Go one step back, enter this folder. Now, we're on, I guess this is the last part. So 9605, the last ID of the Bison Belt detail map, okay? Go back to annual toolkit. We search for vertical Bison Belt material, right? Let's see, battle bats, ferro concept. Material, this is it, okay? Export, click save and open. Save as, save its mask 1 map. Open the containing folder. We also do the same thing. Mask 1 map 9602, 9602, okay? 9605, see? It's always that last digit. So we go down Usually, if it's easy for you, usually layer 5 logo diffuse is always after these, you know. You see? Boom. It's here. So we change the last digit to 2. We're gonna hit save. Gonna hit refresh. This is the XML file that we edited just now. Compile. Now we're gonna open the texture map and we're going to replace with our new. Wait, we actually. I didn't. Oh, you see? You see? Almost. Open this DDS file. Almost forget. You see? Let's make this brush a little bit bigger. Paint alpha. Just take it, don't take it slow. I'm obviously recording this for you guys, so it's a little bit stressful because I need to talk, because how to, I don't know, maybe I could write this the tutorial, but I usually prefer to speak, so it's kind of a bit harder for me, but yeah, this is why I almost missed this painting the alpha channel. Okay, save as a copy. It's save and oops, let me do this again. Save as a copy. Okay, yes. Both save. Now we're gonna hit refresh and we have our copy. We're gonna now open this grenade and now we're going to replace with our new copy grenade. Not grenade pouch. What am I doing? The Bison Belt. Wait. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Save. I'm gonna hit refresh and now we have our copy. Okay, so let's go back to KiCad Store and we are done with all of the detail maps, okay? But, so we did the edits only in this folder, okay? So this one, Pharaoh Concept Bison Belt data. Okay, let's double check now. Detail maps were for Bison Belt detail map lanyards. Okay, so let's check the EFAC. EFAC should have material. We have our new texture map, okay. Now we're going to check Pharaoh's concept. It has new material, see back file, okay. New texture, okay. Lanyards as well has material. We did the back file, okay. Pistol as well. Mask 1 map replaced. We can see the back file material as well. And the grenade, right? Yeah, it has the backup file and also. Okay, now we're done with this folder, but we have to check other folders. So we go here, we can see the dump pouch here has a detail map, okay? So we're gonna open containing folder, we're gonna drop this detail map, select 01 to 08, we can see the ID. We're gonna do the same. So this is the material, save it. Mask 1 map also, save as, click save. Now we're gonna open this XML file of dump pouch and same thing, layer 1 mask. 9402. 9405, you see? 9405, so 9402, so we changed the layer 5 logo diffuse. Layer 5 logo diffuse, this is detail map ID. We change this to 02, okay, let me double check. Layer 5 logo diffuse 0202. Dump pouch, save. Right click, compile. We have this now. Now we're gonna edit the DDS file, okay? Load responses alpha. Focus on the alpha channel only. Make it black. Just a second. Make it full black. Okay. Now we select everything. Okay, this is fine. Save as a copy. Make sure it's in this folder. Save. PCS7 linear. Don't forget. Now we have a copy of the dump pouch. Now we're going to replace its mask 1 map with a new copy. See, transparent, perfect. Okay, now we edit. Do we have something else here? No, we compile this. Okay, so this was the dump pouch, right? Yeah. So we move to the next folder. Gloves. You see this? You have to check this material because this material is also here. So you need to edit this here. Okay, maybe the fast drop gloves doesn't have a detail map, so you can leave them. Okay. But we have to change this material again. So export this here. Go to containing folder, edit in Notepad++. Also check 9602 mask 1 map ID and layer 5 logo diffuse. You see 960. I remember this ID. So change this to 02. Okay, and just save. Now we go back to Anvil Toolkit. Compile. We also edited the mask 1 map in the previous folder of this file, so you just go back. So we did the fast drop gloves here. Okay, we checked everything else. You can sometimes check texture set here if it has a detail map ID, you know, but usually that's not the case. But let's see, you know, usually that's not the case. Yeah. Okay. Now we go one step back. This was the fast drop gloves. Yep. And now we go to holster. Check here if we have something. You see? Again, you can probably copy the same material that we edited and just replace it here, but it's not advisable actually. It's better just to keep it safe and edit it like this, you know. It's pretty easy. 9602, same ID. (9602). Press OK. Save it and compile. Now, well, let's go step back. So we did this with the holster. Okay, now the lanyard. Lanyard, battle belt, lanyard material. Okay, doesn't have. Actually, lanyards had a detail map. Yeah, I remember. Actually, we're gonna check its texture set as well. So we're gonna open lanyards, both of these files in the Notepad++. Okay, so this is the material file. This is lanyard. Okay, I don't see here 05 ID of the detail map. So we focus on this file. Layer 1 mask ID 3702. We find the logo file logo diffuse. You see? There it is. This is the detail ID. Now we have 702, which is the mask 1 map ID. Now we go back here and we're gonna hit compile. Okay. Now let's double check everything. Okay, so mask 1 map. Let's see. We edit the Bison Belt, right? Let me double check. It's transparent. Okay, lanyards had the detail map. Okay, it's transparent. That means we did alpha full black. This one as well. Pistol mag pouch. This one as well. And magazine. Okay, this one didn't have the detail map. Okay. And by the way, don't remember that if you have some items turned full on white, always remember that's the green channel of the mask 1 map. Remember the steps I did before for the West? Go back there and fix if some of the items are a green channel. So you need to go back to the green channel of, let's say, dump pouch mask. You know, if the green channel is like this, something like this, like white or you know, like something like this, grayish, this color, you know, you need to make it dark. So basically dark gray like this. It needs to be like this, okay? Without this, see this white here? It will turn full on white while it snows. So yeah, remember this. So if something on the Bison Belt after this turns on the white while it's snowing, remember it's always the green channel of the mask 1 map. So yeah, I think we did everything correctly. We edited here material file, dump pouch. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna repack the folders now, okay? And I'm gonna boot the game. And we're going to test. I'm gonna repack the resources, patch 01 forge, okay? And I'm gonna skip this part until I go back into the game. When as soon as I load my save, I will start recording again, so we see it live what happens. Okay. Okay, ghosts. I'm back. Let's check now. I'm gonna connect. Too bad this game is online only. I hate it. Let's test. I should see already in the main menu. Okay, I can see something is purple. Something is pink, actually. Okay, let us load the main save and see what's happening. So something is pink, you see, but we did everything correctly. We edited all of the detail maps. Let's see what's happening in the game.
Do you copy? This is Nomad.
Come on, Ghost, give me something good.
On Cyclops.
Lima Charlie, Nomad.
Okay, let us inspect. Okay, so the bag is fixed. Nice. The bag is fixed. You see, nothing, no solid colors, everything is fine. The pistol mags are fixed. You know, okay, so the tourniquet. This is the tourniquet, yeah. For the wounds. So the tourniquet is pink. You see? But I don't remember the tourniquet had a detail map. But as you can see, the belt takes the dirt and we fix the bags. Basically, everything is fixed. Only the
Cyclops is a boat arc that supervises the new.
Only the tourniquet is not fixed, which is weird. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, everything is fine. Takes the camo, multi-black camo, nice. Okay.
Stealth tech for drones and believes in an all-powerful Russian empire.
So it takes the dirt, right? Yeah, it will take dirt, environment effects, everything. But something is wrong. We definitely with the tourniquet. So let's go to see what's happening. Would you look at that? The tourniquet have the ID of the detail map, but tourniquet doesn't have the detail map anywhere. So it takes the detail map from some other item, okay? Some other ID, which is maybe probably the pistol pouch, you know, or something like maybe the bag, you know? So it takes the ID of the detail map from some other item. That's why it was pink. So basically we just have to change this to mask one, which is, let me guess, 02. So yeah. So 9402, we have to change this to 99402. Okay, layer 5 logo diffuse. And now it will be fine 100%. So that's why it was pink, okay? That's weird, okay? So yeah, you see, sometimes you have to check other material files that doesn't have detail map. So this is good. Actually, this is good that this happens. So sometimes you can face this and was like, oh, but this doesn't work. Yeah, that's why you actually need to check other files. Maybe you know, the modder made it like that. He just put the ID so they share the same detail map, you know. But which one it is, I'm just curious, you know, if we can find at all, like which detail map is that? Which ID is that? 9605. Oh, it's Battle Best Ferro Concept Bison Belt. Okay, no, it's not 9605. This is 94. Wait. I'm confused. But yeah, I mean, oh, maybe it's the thumb pouch. Wait a minute. It has to be this. This is it, right? Yeah. So the tourniquet takes the detail map from the dump pouch. That's why I turned on pink. Oh, now we put this to mask 1 map. Now we actually need to edit the tourniquet mask 1 map as well then, right? So we're gonna type tourniquet. We're gonna fire this. Yeah. We're gonna open this in our photo editor, loader silence as alpha. Yeah, you see this color? This wasn't in the game. So let's take a brush and let's make this alpha. Okay, this is it. We're fixing this. Okay, I'm just want to make sure that everything is clear, you know. We're gonna unlock the background. Everything is fine. Perfect. I'm gonna use DDS exporter for this. BTS 7 linear alpha. Okay, we're gonna refresh. We have our copy of the tourniquet. We're gonna open this. We're gonna replace this tourniquet mask 1 map copy. Hit save. Done. This is it. Acosta Bison Belt now is finally fixed. But let us double check, okay? So I'm gonna repack everything again, just in case, okay? I'm gonna refresh and boom, let's repack our data PC resources patch 01 Forge and let's put in the game right after this. So 2139, so yeah, in like 2 minutes I should be in the game. Okay, be right back. We are back, guys. I'm booting the game. So, wanna hear the spoiler? Now it works. But before I tested it, I had to go back. You know why? Because the tourniquet was purple. And you know why it was purple? Because I forgot to compile the XML file. So yeah, I will put so yeah, I'm telling you this right now, but I will put you know, the text in the video. Do not forget to compile your XML files after the edits. So yeah, so let's test now the final test of the Acosta Bison Belt.
Lima Charlie,
Now
Nomad.
everything is fine, as you can see now.
Cyclops is
Okay, now we don't have any weird textures. Okay, the tourniquet is fine. We can see its texture beautiful. You can see the letters over there. Okay, now we can expect this, and now the Bison Belt is ready. Okay, we fixed all of the issues. This is how you do it. Let us double check. Okay, just for the sake of the tutorial. Okay, yeah, it takes the camo full on. So yeah,
that supervises
let's
the
check that
stealth
beautiful
tech for
dirt.
drones
Let me see
and
that
believes in
snow.
an
Come on, let me see that
all-powerful
snow.
Russian
Oh
empire.
yeah.
His location is unknown.
Oh yeah.
But my inside source on the island intercepted
So,
a
yeah.
civilian distress call that indicated Cyclops was tracking
This is
him
how
down.
you
I'll send him the coordinates.
we have, you see, we have some little bit of the rain. We can see now the wetness, the wet effect on the Acosta Bison Belt. Man, this is amazing, right? So nice.
Got it.
Got it. Nomad said got it. Okay. So, we're almost at the end of this tutorial. How about that? So this is how you fix the Acosta Bison Belt and how you fix the vertex black texture after the vertex paint. I really hope you enjoyed this part, and see you in the probably last timestamp, which is how to deal with multiple loadouts, which is going to be a short, shorter than this one for sure. I'm just explaining to you how to deal with multiple loadouts if some mod have them, you know, through the scars and something like that. So yeah. Let's see on the next timestamp. Multiple loadouts mod. If you face a mod that has multiple loadouts, do not fear. Yes, you will probably deal with more meshes and files, but most of the files are repetitive. Let's dive more into that. So let's take this mod as an example. Cry airframe mod made by Omega, one of my favorite modders. This guy just makes Cry airframe helmets dope as fuck. So Omega, you're the man. Anyway, I've already installed this mod, and I will fix the instant white issue that happens on some parts because the mod came already dirtable. So what you check first? If the mod releases Dirtable, go to Destiny Peak in Mountains and test every loadout to see if some part turns white, okay? If some parts turns white, go back to fix the white issue timestamp and apply mask 1 map green channel edits. Okay, so you fix the instant white issue. That's the first thing you're going to do. If some helmet loadout doesn't even have the vertex paint, which means it won't have the dirt, go to timestamp and apply the vertex paint on those meshes. Okay, so let's say this loadout doesn't have the vertex paint. You're going to open the mesh, remember, and you're gonna export this. You're going to Blender, you're gonna apply the vertex paint, export it back, and yeah, just redo all the steps that I did for the West, okay? So yeah, and don't get confused by many folders. You know, as already mentioned, most of these folders share the same files, okay? So if you edit one file here, double check if the same file is in another loadout, for example, chops loadout, you know. So let's see if let's see this edited Wendy, for example, okay? So let's try to find him elsewhere. Since I already edited the green channel here, we can double check if we can see it somewhere else. So Wendy, loadout 2, he's not here. Let's see, loadout 3, Wendy, no, loadout 4. It's in loadout 4, okay? So you see, we can see the same file here. So you just use search and replace this mask 1 map DDS file with the one you edited in chops loadout 1 and do the same for the rest of the files so you don't have to edit them one by one. Okay, so you're gonna open this in loadout 4, you're going to hit replace, and then you're gonna find the mask 1 map from the, I probably deleted it, you see, this is the Wendy, I probably deleted that DDS file, you know. But yeah, you double click on DDS file, load it from the loadout 1, save, and that's it. You know you're done with loadout 4, you know. And you can do the same for the rest of the loadouts. If the same file is in loadout 1, no cover loadout 1, and it was already here edited by you, you can just replace the mask 1 map. You take the DDS file from here and you just replace it, you know. And this is how you handle the multiple loadouts mod, you know. So you just repeat the steps basically. So yeah. Ghosts, you finally made it. To whoever made it this far, congratulations. You now officially know how to fix the instant white issue, apply vertex paint, define the snow, fix the black textures after vertex paint, deal with the IDs, and much more. I have never made a 2.5 hour tutorial before. I know it's not 100% perfect, but I tried my absolute best, really. It took me 5 days in total, working 4 to 8 hours per day. I really hope that some of you ghosts will attempt to do this, and I'll be glad to hear about your success in the comments. With all that being said, thanks for sticking with me, thanks for watching, stay classy, and see ya.